just get to know them, ask them for different things, just participate. Woo! So, hello, meine Freunde and Freundinnen. Today, me and Bastiaan are gonna talk about our workaway experience, because I have been on the road for 4 months. So I think it's time to give my perspective on the workaway experience. And if you're wondering why I'm holding this microphone, then it's because I would like to make this sound a little better, and I feel weird pushing the microphone into my shirt, so we're just gonna do it like this. And then hopefully you will get the feeling of an ASMR vibe. Who knows? The first thing with Workaway is that it's an easy way to travel on a budget. So if you're young like me or Bastiaan and don't have a lot of money, then Workaway is definitely the thing for you. Because when you're living with a host, you only have to pay for like transportation to the place and maybe some pocket money for own sake, and then they will pay for the food and the accommodation. And sometimes it's even possible to earn money from a workaway place. Then it will be in the description of the profile where it says like it's possible to get money. The second thing about workaway or traveling this kind of way is that there will always be some bumps on the way. Like, for example, me, I think I have had like 3-4 bumps. The first bump was actually my first host ever in November. Was kind of like a bad experience for me because there was just some huge miscommunication things. It was like I was supposed to stay there for a month, but yeah, I only lasted 1 week. It was like this place with big Malamutes dogs, and there was just some miscommunication about us having to go to a dog show 3 days after my arrival. But the thing is that the dog show was like 300 kilometers away, so we had to go with his car and therefore also sleep in the car while it was snowing outside and freezingly cold. That was not the only thing, but it's a longer story, and I don't want to like hang something out of someone out on the internet. But if you would like to hear the full story of the bad workaway experience, you can just comment under the video. I have also had like other bumps on the way. For example, I actually got corona just right before arriving at this host, so I had to like wait extra time like at a hotel all by myself, locked in one room just until I recovered. So that was kind of sad. But just also like in general, the homesickness you will probably feel when you're on the road for this long time. So it's like really important to just bring some stuff that reminds you of some persons or just like home, so that you don't want to go home. Like, yeah, I just don't want to go back. I would rather just be in my homesickness, because this is also kind of like a survival tour. It has to be, yeah, some kind of hard sometimes. But yes, it will be okay. Just to let you know. The other thing, always have to do your research, because if you don't want to end up with a bad host like me, you have to at least do one video chat with the host before you arrive, before you even say yes. Just ask a lot of questions that you agree on everything. It could be food or accommodation or yeah, just the hours, the amount of work you have to do. Just make sure that you agree before you arrive, because then you won't have to leave earlier due to the miscommunication. It's also a good idea to use the law of attraction that you might have heard Bastiaan talk about in some of our previous videos. And he will probably explain more about it, but it's basically just to say the things that you want to achieve, and then if you say it like with a lot of belief and a lot of faith, then it will probably happen if you do it right. So you can, for example, say, I want to be in Norway next month. I want to find a host. I already have a host. I am already in Norway. And then maybe it will happen. Just ask Bastiaan.
ASMR. Yes. Let me explain a bit about law of attraction. It basically means that you work like a magnet, and everything around you is energy. Yourself, your energy, and like I said, you work like a magnet because everything you think of, negative or positive, you will attract. And you use your emotions also with it because the emotions make it even stronger. A lot of people do it unconsciously, but some people do it consciously, and you can use the law of attraction with everything you do or you want. So like Josephine was explaining, if I would say I want to go to Norway, or say that I am already in Norway, and you think about it and you think in a positive way and you feel emotions about it, then it will happen. Nobody knows when, nobody knows how, but you will attract it if you think about it. Like for example, in our case, if we say we want to have a host in June, No, we already have a host in June, and we are already in Norway. And if you say it like that, if you believe in it, if you feel emotion with it, and then somehow it will happen.
The next thing I have on my list is the fact that you have to be ready to adapt to new surroundings, new families, and it could be everything, new cultures. Yeah, just a new host in general. I can give an example because like my previous host in Sweden with Bastiaan, at that place we ate dinner at around 9 or 10 in the evening, and that's pretty late. But then I arrived here, and here we eat dinner at 5 in the afternoon. So you have to be ready, or at least open-minded enough to make these changes and say that it's okay to be at different places and have different rules and dinner times. But also just the fact that you have to be like a family member. You have to participate in like the daily chores, because it's normal to have like things you need to do. For example, clean the dishes, vacuum clean, something. It could be everything, but also just to participate in social things. Like you're not only here at a host to have free food and accommodation. You should also be willing to like participate. It could be in the board games, or just talk to the family, or just get to know them, ask them for different things. Just participate. Woo! And then we're going on to the last thing I got on my list, and it's probably, for me at least, is the most important thing, and it is to have a travel buddy. Because if you're going to a host who doesn't have like any other workaways, you'll probably be kind of lonely, because who would you go on adventures with? And who would you share the daily chores with? Who would you do the work with? It's always funnier to do work when you're two persons, because then you can laugh and make fun and just have fun with it. But like here, the place I am right now, there's 3 other workawayers than me, so it's not as lonely as it would be if it was only me here in the mountains. So I have like persons I can go and hike with, I have persons I can talk to, discuss the host, everything, so it's not even lonely. But I still miss you, Bastiaan, of course. Just someone to share both the good things with and the bad things, because otherwise you will probably cry yourself to sleep every night, who knows. If you're traveling for a longer period like I am, like through different hosts, then it's also nice to have like this one person who's just always there and just knows the whole story and where you have been, where you will go. Just someone who is like static, who is always there and ready to help you or anything. You should just go try WORKAWay experience. It's definitely worth it, even though there will be bumps and even though you will feel homesick and everything. It's definitely worth it. Isn't it, Bastiaan?
Yes, that is completely freaking right.
Bye! See you next time at our WORKAWay Travel Series YouTube channel. Bye!